Welcome home, guys. If you don't know, it is Thanksgiving break, and I'm home for the first time in 2 months. And let me tell you, a whole lot has happened. Okay, first off, by merely going to college, flames, by merely going to college, you're going to learn a lot about yourself in general. You're going to learn a lot about your life and what you want to do. You're also going to make it, it's also sometimes going to be a little bit more clear how much you don't know what you want to do. And that is perfectly okay as well. Okay, so basically in this video, I'm going to talk to you about some things that I learned while attending college within the first 2 months. Once again, these are some things. There's a fuzzy on my finger. Once again, there's many things that I learned, but I'm like, you know what? In order to get this done, I'm just going to cover only a few things that I learned, so this is a semi-shorter video. Okay, first off, you might be wondering, why are you wearing a scarf inside? Because I'm trying to look very political. So political. I don't know who I was talking to, but they threw that expression out there, and I thought it was like such a fun, oh yeah, it was my sister. It was like such a fun expression, and I was like, that is great. So, I'm wearing a scarf to look more intelligent, plus it's also kind of cozy, and it is fall season. It is November right now. Like I said, we are coming back from Thanksgiving break, so wearing a scarf for fun. Alright, so a few things that I've learned. One, as far as missing people goes, develop friendships and understand that you're not going to have solid friendships overnight. Like it's difficult because it's easy to compare people that you've known like for years and years and your friendships with those people with the friendships of people that you've known for approximately 3 weeks, and you're like, I just don't feel super close to anybody here yet. Like, that's okay, keyword is yet. Like, you were gonna get close to people and it's okay. And like, also another thing to know is that like you might not build up those friendships right away. Or you might not build up those friendships there within that year, within that semester. Like, when I was in high school, there was a group of friends that I just kind of like understood that like we were there for each other, we would talk for each other, we cared about each other, we would go to school and we would see one another, but we knew, like I knew that like I wasn't going to be, calling them like 10 years from now being like, oh my goodness, they're still my bestie, you know what I mean? Like, I knew that it was for a season. So I kind of just like relished in those friendships while I had them, but I also knew that like they were not the end all say all. So tip number 1, like, as far as missing people goes, you will establish new friendships. Second, do not be afraid to call the people that you miss. I know this has kind of to do with like missing people and sadness and everything. That'll get exciting. Okay. As far as boys go, because all my girls out there, shoot, yeah, as far as guys go, I went to Bible college, and I don't know if you guys know, but there's a couple expressions just circling the Bible college community out there. One of them being a ring before spring. Another one being, oh, you're going to, so I'm going to a college, and instead of calling it a Bible college, they call it a bridal college. Another expression is, oh, you're going to a Bible college? When's the wedding? So there's a lot of those phrases out there, so you kind of get used to the idea of like expecting to be in a relationship. Okay, once again, as far as like the 2-month thing goes, like maybe you're going to meet your person and you're going to be like, wow, we just get each other, and that did not take long at all. But do not feel like pressured to find somebody and like stick them in the mold of your person, because like ultimately you're going to be with someone that like you love and like you want to be with a super cool person. Maybe you're not going to find that super cool person like within the first semester. Like, there's so many people that like they end up like, you hear their stories and they're like, yeah, I was 24 when that happened. What you do not hear about is the first 3-4 years of college that they did not have, that they were not married, that they were not in a relationship even, maybe. Like, all those types of things, like you just hear the start of the relationship and you figure that they were in a relationship. Like, they're a relationship person. So do not feel pressured to get into a relationship. Like, still hold your standards, still have, like, if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. And there's one expression out there that I love because it is such an applicable phrase. And it says, if you have to force it, it's probably CRAP. And I would just agree with that. Like, there's been a couple relationships that I've like, okay, I've never been in a relationship, but there's been a couple relationship, things as we call them, that have started out, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel good. Like, I don't like hanging out with this person. And by the way, you should like hanging out with the person. If you don't, that's like a problem. Sometimes like we're so in like a hurry to like be in a relationship that we're like, they're good looking, they've got this going for them, so I think it could work. You do not want to make it work with the person that you're going to marry. Ultimately, if you get married, you're going to have to make it work because you're not going to agree on everything, and that's a-okay. That makes perfect sense because you're two completely different people. You're two different people. Like, you're going to have to, work together on some things. But if right off the bat you're like, I'm going to have to work to like them, I'm going to have to work to like them, like in the relationship, that's a problem. That is a problem. And it sounds like common sense, but there's been a couple things that I was like, maybe I'm not giving it a chance. Maybe I'm not giving it a chance. But like, if you don't feel right about it, that's not good. Like, the relationship is probably garbage then. You can find something better. Like, if it doesn't feel wonderful, chances are it's like it's not it yet. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's not the right timing, whether they're not in the right like stage of life. I mean, there's all kinds of different factors, but if it's not right, then it's not right. So just wait for someone that it feels like, wow, I love being with this person. Like, that should be part of it. And also, just take into account with meeting people in general, you might not like them in the beginning, but that does not mean that they're going to be bad like all forever. So that is what I have to say about relationships. Obviously there's a lot more, but that's just a quick little snippet. Next thing that I will cover is style. So like I said, I go to Bible college and we have to wear professional dress when we go to classes. So there's a couple of rules out there. And basically, going to college, first of all, you have a chance to establish your style. So that's a really fun thing. So do that, establish your style. And then what I liked is I was able to figure out my style within the bounds of the dress code. Like, there's a couple things that I would never have done a few years ago, but I feel totally like boss confident in them now. Like this top, like, basically, as far as wardrobe goes, like, let yourself build up different pieces that like you really like and that you feel confident in. And like, don't be afraid to buy some trendy pieces here and there. But do not just buy things because they are trendy, and do not just buy things because you're like, well, I probably need this. Like, get things that you really, really like. Get things that you know that you can feel confident in. Because what I like about my closet is there's a bunch of different clothes, there's a bunch of different pieces that I've built up over a period of time that I know that I can just toss them on and I'll feel boss in them. You know what I mean? Like, that is a blessing. That is a blessing, okay? And fourthly, what else did I learn? I feel like I learned a lot. You learn a lot of things and you don't necessarily realize it. Just by being by yourself, you learn a whole lot about yourself by being on your own. So yeah, it's my first time back in 2 months. That feels weird, guys. That feels so weird. I don't look at the camera. I noticed that. I like don't make eye contact with you guys because I'm so intimidated. Yeah, so this is my life right now. Those are 3 major things that I think are important. Also, keep up a relationship with God, because I was blessed enough to go to a Bible college, so like it was kind of like instituted every single day, like you and your relationship with God. Like, it was so cool to have such a close connection between like what you were learning and your spiritual life, which is like crazy because like your spiritual life is huge and sometimes it's not emphasized in our regular normal day lives. So the fact that I was able to go to a Bible college was really, really cool because I was able to see that like literally apply like super quickly, and you can choose to apply things, and if your heart is in the right spot, you can feel that. Whereas like if I went to a secular college, I would probably be able to like shove those feelings down a little bit more. Also, another pro of going to a Bible college, and I'm not saying all Bible colleges are the same. Some people might have a bad experience with them. I've had a very, very good experience with it. Not saying that there's not going to be difficult times, because with anything, like there's going to be some challenges that you wouldn't have necessarily predicted, and you just kind of got to roll through those. I could do a whole video on that too, but I will do that later. Yeah, so keep up on your spiritual life, because if you're not being able to like get that all the time, like make sure that you're doing it on your own, because if you're not standing firm on something, like what I said to my brother the other day was like, I'm so glad that I'm getting my advice from like good godly professors versus like my friend Becky, who is just throwing up on the toilet, but I'm like, oh, I think she's got life figured out. Like, she seems pretty solid, like I was glad that I was able to get solid doctrine from a good source. Like, these are people that have gone through life. They understand a little bit more, but that's the same, like they're very, very humble, and like they're still learning themselves. Like, they are never like, and I know everything, which I so appreciate. They still have like a humble, teachable attitude and teachable spirit, which I think is so good. So those are a few of my things that I've learned while being at a Bible college and while being away at college in general. So I hope you guys Wow, you might have to put this in like 0.5 speed because, yeah, I just talked for like right quick. So this will turn from a 10-minute video into a 20-minute video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a quick little update. I'm going to be doing an Instagram live with my brother, so it's going to be super fun. You guys should come. We're just going to be answering some questions, which will be really fun, and just hanging out. So yeah, and then I'm hoping to be making a vlog this weekend. And I've got some pros and cons on vlogs, but I'm like so excited about this. And just Thanksgiving weekend, guys. Thanksgiving weekend. Let's go. Let's be thankful. And there's so much things to be, there's so many things to be thankful for. Honestly, so many video ideas are coming to mind. Like I could do a video on that alone. But yeah, so I'm excited about this. I cannot wait to see you guys later this week. Hopefully I will have my vlog uploaded by Sunday. Might be either Sunday or Monday because like I might need to edit some of it. But yeah. Hopefully there'll be another video within the week too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned a little bit. Love you guys. Have a good day. Bless you. If you sneeze, you in the back, I see you. I see you. You sneezed. Just kidding. Unless you did, then, you know, take the blessing. But don't abuse it and like sneeze 3 more times. Alright. See ya. Bye guys. See ya. If you can't tell, I'm Minnesotan because it's always like, well, we probably should go. And then I end up talking for another 5 minutes. So yeah. All right. Bye.